Hello again, everyone. Saki here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo Career Mode. And hopefully today we can get the gold medal. Basically, we are $1,000 short for a yearly profit. Hopefully that will tick up with our extra Just a Momento souvenir shop, and with our 2 new habitat species, we can put down more donation bins, increasing that yearly profit up by $1,000, and everything will be good. At the end of the last episode, we were faffing about with this enclosure here for our snow leopard Sukbatar, and everything is good now. Looking at the terrain, 8,000 feet out of 7,500 feet, everything is good. Sure, the hard shelter could be a little bit bigger. In fact, we could probably do a duplicate and place another one down here, like so. And now that should be 100% on the hard shelter. Indeed. So we lost a little bit of ground, but no worries. So today, as our snow leopard seeks refuge and the fire hose ball, we're going to be doing 2 more habitat species. We have plenty of room back here to do such things as these, and given our animal trading options, we need to find animals that we can put by themselves. Perhaps the saltwater croc would be a good one. We could put the water purification plant over here, and the power grid is failing. Let's go ahead and call that mechanic. But we can put down our water treatment over here for our saltwater crocs. Vet research is done on the Indian peafowl. Not sure exactly what we learned. We did learn a fun fact, level 2 food unlock, and a food enrichment. And that is one thing that these peacocks did need for their enrichment item, was a food enrichment, as they do not have any food enrichment at all. So we can go ahead and go species Indian peacock. And let's see, our food enrichment is the slow feeder. So we'll go ahead and put that in the bin. And there we go, 88% on the enrichment. Those are going to be some happy peafowls. The feathers are going up. The male is presenting, as you do. And we're going to get some more dirty birdies in our zoo pretty soon. We have an inspector arriving in 6 months. Luckily, we don't need to get a 5-star rating on our inspections. That would be a hindrance for sure. But let's go ahead and get down to our animal trading and see what we need. So we already have the giant tortoise. If we looked at the bison requires 3 to 5. And we could do that. The bison needs 4,000 feet and a grade 3 fence. That's grade 2, grade 5, grade 3. So it's climbable, but the bison isn't going to climb. We might do something where we can do a raised platform up. We could put down those wood logs or even the red brick around here and raise up a platform that sort of encircles the bison around. Might not be that bad of an idea. And the bison are fairly cheap and I think easy to take care of. I don't think we need to do the lowland gorilla, and we don't have enough conservation credits anyway. I like the fact that they made those red so you don't think that you have the conservation credits when you don't. And the Nyala research is done as well. So for the Nyala, we also learned some food enrichment for the Nyala. Let's go ahead and put that down as well. The Nyala has no enrichment of any kind. So this is going to help tremendously as we do. We don't need to do it, but it's just some good practice. And there we go, the grazing ball is in. The Nyala is 50% enriched. No toys for the Nyala just yet. I don't know if there's anything that we want our veterinarian to research just yet, so we can continue searching for that. Should be fine. All right, so let me go ahead and get an exhibit set up for our bison. We'll put down some brick. We'll bring this path on up, maybe even connect it up here and make a raised path right over here so people can come down and look into the bison enclosure. So I will be right back. Right, American bisons are on their way. Veterinarians doing the work, bringing them to. We have 3, 1, 2, and the third is on their way. And there we go. Well, come on. They're sort of clipping into each other. Come on, bison. Get out of there. So we have 3 American Bison. There we go, sort of splitting apart from each other. Let's go ahead and get the terrain set. And they have plenty of space, and actually, it is set exactly as need be. And they don't need shelter. What we've done is we've put a raised platform right around here so that everywhere that people look, they can see. We can also put our education up top as well as our donation bins. And this looks to be pretty good. All right, do they need any plants? So they have some ferns in there that they didn't need. We got rid of that. Let's look for any enrichment items for our American Bison as well. That looks like a pretty easy thing to do. All right, so we have a grazing ball feeder. We'll go ahead and put that down. That'll be 10 out of 20 food enrichment. Let's go ahead and put a water pipe in for the bison to drink. And we need a, let's say, a large food trough, as these boys are pretty big. And there we go, only 16% on the enrichment. So I think we can shift one of our veterinarian researchers from, say, the Nyala. Old Jerry is going to start researching the American Bison just to see if we can get any other enrichment items. But other than that, the bison are feeling pretty good. We could do with some extra nutrition, but that is all well and good. I think the grazing feeder will be okay for now. Let's go ahead and copy up some donation bins here, just in case people want to donate. Of course, we'll probably need some garbage cans as well, or recycle bins. So let's go ahead and duplicate those. A recycle bin next to every donation bin seems to be a good way to go. Now, we might need to hire some more security to make sure people are actually throwing away their trash, but everything looks okay for now. All right, let's go ahead and duplicate the speakers. And we will set this for the American Bison. All right, sweet. So all along this path, people should be learning all about the American Bison. We'll also put the sign at the start of the exhibit. That way, as people walk by, they'll be able to see the bison education stuff. And maybe our first level of research will give us a research bonus or an education bonus. One could hope. But there we go. The entire walkway is now covered by bison knowledge. Let's go ahead with our blueprint here. Select our education stand and plop that right there at the entrance. And that will be American Bison as well. So now, people should realize that there is a new path, and then they can do the loop and come back to right behind the Indian peafowl. So they should, I don't know if they can get a view of the peafowl from here. I mean, it looks kind of cool. All right, visiting player Roxeet. All right, hello Roxeet, welcome to our zoo. It's awful dark there, can't really see ya. It's like we're trapped in the geometry or something here. Oh, I see, it's a long walk through the rock. That's an interesting layout for the entrance of the zoo. But I think once our people realize that there are American bison around here, everything will be awesome. And I think that puts us, one habitat species away from getting that. Then we just need to increase our profits up to $10,000. Since we have the money, let us do a marketing campaign. Let's see, $5,000 a year? Yeah, we'll begin that marketing campaign for $5,000. Try to get more people in the zoo, and that will be more profit for us. All right, so one animal to go. We were looking at timber wolves. The timber wolves themselves need 12,000 feet, a grade 2 fence, which the glass will be good enough for that, and we only need 2 of them. So that seems to be the best way to go, especially if we put it out here. We can extend it right along this walkway, actually, and have basically a twofer. We might have to move our education, though, as people are learning about the bison and walking around here. We want them to learn about the Arctic wolf as well. Can't find accessible staff room with space. Yeah, unfortunately, our zoo is, fortunately, our zoo is growing, but unfortunately, that also means that staff rooms are going to be at a premium. So let's put another staff room up in here. See if we can squeeze that right along the walkway, and indeed we can. And let's go ahead and assign that to the work zone as well to make sure that our workers know that they can indeed rest and relax at the staff room. We're starting to get to that point where the staff are, they're coming in hot and heavy, so we're going to need the extra space, and that is going to be space for 4 additional employees. All right, so without further ado, let us put down some Arctic wolfage, probably right here along the walkway. And I don't know if I want to do like a double walkway right next to it and arc it on around, or if I just want to do like a ground level. I think we can do ground level because we can do glass, but I will go ahead and adopt a few of these Arctic wolves. $300 right there and $400 right there. Nice, and guests think the tickets are underpriced. Welcome to 15 and 10. All right, so raising up those ticket prices a bit. Yeah, there is our profit of $10,000 we've crossed. Outstanding, we're at 12. So all we literally need to do is put down a wolf, and we will be done with this particular zoo. Kerrigan is coming in, but without further ado, I will go ahead and put down a glass fence for our Arctic wolves and get them moved in. All right, vet research is done on the Indian peafowl. We learned a little bit more. That's going to be a 50% education bonus and a fun fact, but on their way are the 2 Arctic wolves that we ordered. And looking at the standings here, as soon as that wolf puts paws on the ground, we will have this zoo complete, which is feeling pretty good. I'm not going to end it right away. We'll make sure that the Arctic wolf is in a good spot before we leave. Has any of these got donations yet? $27 in there, none in there. It's a one-time cost. Everything should be fine, and here we go. Arctic wolves are on their way. Caretakers are making a beeline, and as soon as the Arctic wolf sets down, we should be expecting our gold medal soon. Hello, Morinya. And there we go. Gold medal done. Most popular species, snow leopard.
When I tasked you with building a zoo, I gave you some pretty ambitious targets to hit.
Not really,
but
buddy.
You know it. You hit them all anyway. I think it's high time we dropped that apprentice from your title, huh? And to be candid, I'm particularly glad you hit the profit target, as I paid way over the odds for the land. Frankly, the amount I spent per square foot, you'd think I'd bought a penthouse apartment with solid gold toilets. It was worth it, though. Anything to stop the land going to that dreadful hedge fund.
Oh no,
Apparently,
not the hedge fund.
They wanted to parcel it up and sell it off to various mining and energy consortiums. They're the sort of people who'd squeeze the oil out of the Mona Lisa if they could.
All right, so that is a job good. We are all set. We were a little bit short on our space here. So just milking every sort of square foot that we can. We're not right on the edge, as you can see. So we're trying to, finagle every square foot. I mean, even if we move in these posts 2 or 3 feet per post, that's going to compound over the course of the entire exhibit. So if you're ever short on space, another thing that I do is, just delete a little bit here, a little bit there. Move posts where it makes sense. See if we can fit the posts a little bit more cleanly like so. Of course, the more posts you have, the more wiggle room you have to manipulate the shape. Let's see how our wolves are feeling with their environment now. Once it calculates, we need 500 more feet. There we go. So we're 200 foot to the good. Of course, they need some hard shelter, so let's go ahead in our blueprint and see if we can get that shelter all set up. That should be fine for their hard shelter needs. And terrain, we need to get rid of all of that long grass and make sure that they have snow. So much like the snow leopard, we're going to put in some coolers around here and make sure that we get snow in here. Now the ideal temperature for the Arctic wolf should be below 0. Yeah, -8 to 29. So all we need to do is get in a cooler, as so, and make sure that it covers a good amount of space. And we'll make sure that that's at -2 degrees Celsius so that snow will form. We'll put another one there, and another one there, and then just cover this bad boy up with snow. And I believe the Arctic wolf likes all snow, so this is no big thing to do. Got a little snow and rock on the path, but that's fine. People will realize fairly quick that this is an Arctic exhibit. All right, go ahead and play that. Play it again, Sam. All right, so there's way too much rock, but that will definitely go away once these coolers kick in and drop that temperature. It's 19 degrees Celsius, so it's got a lot of work to do. But when it does, it's going to kick in full force, and those wolves are going to feel nice and cool. Outstanding. So that's the wolf done. They don't need any plant coverage. Let's look for any sort of enrichment items for them. Let's go species Arctic wolf. All right, so we learned about the dog ball. We can put that down. So that's going to be a little bit of food enrichment. We also know about the sprinkler. That'll be a little bit of toy enrichment, as well as a water pipe and a food tray large. All right, so they are taken care of as best as I can right now without researching them, and so far so good. So that is gold on the Maple Leaf Wildlife Park. Overall, we're making $15,000 per year instead of the 10 that was requested. Overall, a nice little bit of a challenge for us. We started over here sort of off the beaten path with the bears looking down from the cliff, and kept everything nice and compact for our caretakers and whatnot. So overall, everything is good. So in the next episode, we will be looking at the next scenario. So let's go ahead and look at the main menu and see what scenario awaits us in the next episode. All right, so next time we will be going to Crater Links at the Great Caldera Safari Park. Built on the site of a long dormant volcano, Great Caldera Safari Park is Bernard Goodwin's ode to safaris, featuring animals from all over Africa happily roam over their expansive habits. The park is currently in a state of development with some attractions only half complete. Are you the right person to take them over the finish line? So it looks like we're getting some rides up in here in the whole safari thing. Looking down, we're kind of halfway through the main quest line with a few DLC offerings as well. So we've done 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go. So 2 more. Once we get to Power Struggle, we'll be halfway through. But I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and that will do it for me. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you for the next Planet Zoo video. Take care.